Allergies, the pesky, sneeze-inducing, eye-watering annoyance that plagues so many of us. And when you live in a city like Ottawa, where the air quality can actually fluctuate depending on the season, allergies can become more than a nuisance, especially when you're trying to enjoy a nice day out in the park or take a stroll through the neighborhood without feeling like you've been hit by a truckload of pollen. But fear not, my fellow allergy sufferers, with a little bit of knowledge about the allergens in the local environment and some tips for improving the air quality, you can breathe easy and enjoy all that Ottawa has to offer without having to constantly reach for that Kleenex. But before we get into it, show reel, hit it. Hey everyone, this is Pierre 2 and Living in Ottawa. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to learn everything about what it's like to work, sleep, play, and live in Ottawa, well, make sure to tap that subscribe button and click the bell so you're notified each and every time we do a brand new video. We get so many people reaching out to us who are looking to relocate to Ottawa, and we absolutely love helping them on their journey. So if you're thinking about making a move and you have questions about the market, feel free to reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, because we got your back when moving to Ottawa. And living in Ottawa has its perks, and one of them is plentiful outdoor activities available to all who live here. And with the city surrounded by the unique and beautiful Greenbelt, there are numerous public parks, outdoor spaces, and nature trails to actually relish in throughout the year. And be it hiking, cycling, or skiing, Ottawa has something for everyone. And residents can actually spend their days picnicking, fishing, or even bird watching. And thanks to the city's commitment to providing natural areas for its inhabitants, there's always ample opportunity to spend time surrounded by nature. And it's no wonder that some residents actually in the city suffer from allergies as well. And as a city dweller, air quality can be a concern, and Ottawa is no exception. And with a population of over 1 million, this city is bustling with activity. And that means pollution can actually be an issue. But it's not just pollution that you need to worry about. Allergens can also play a big role in air quality. Whether you're new to the city or a lifelong resident, understanding these two factors, key factors, can actually help you stay informed and take steps to protect your health. So let's dive in and explore what you need to know about air quality and allergens when living in Ottawa. Air pollution can actually make it hard to breathe and aggravate conditions like asthma. And at high levels, it actually creates health hazards for everyone from young children to senior citizens. And clean air is healthy air. And in general, Ottawans enjoy good air quality and low levels of pollution. And that's excellent news for everyone considering moving to Ottawa. In Ontario, Ottawa has significant investments in clean air over the past decade, and those efforts have been paying off. Throughout the province, air quality is better now than it was actually in 2011. And you may wonder why we're talking about the whole province when talking about air quality in Ottawa. And that's because air is shared, and pollution doesn't just stay where it's produced. Reducing industrial pollution in Hamilton, Sudbury, and Sarnia actually help clear the air in the whole province. And Ontario has eliminated coal as a source of electricity, and it continues to work with industry to actually follow suit. So monitoring shows that actually province-wide initiatives that are working. Pollutants that cause smog have actually decreased 13 to 15% in 2020. And Ontario reported low-risk air quality throughout the province for 96% of the days. Ottawa is not home to a lot of industry that actually creates air pollution. And the main culprit in our city is traffic. And the overall air quality in Ottawa is excellent. And with the government reporting low risk for most of the time, that means that the most people being outdoors can actually be safe and healthy. However, people with asthma or other health-related issues should pay attention to one specific measurement. And sometimes Ottawa falls into a moderate range for particulate pollution. And this type of pollution comes from many sources, including diesel trucks and other transportation like smoke and soot. Today, as I record this, Ottawa's air quality, as reported by AccuWeather, is classified as fair. And the two particulate pollution categories are the only ones outside of the excellent scale. At the same time, IQ Air reports moderate air quality due to particulate pollution. And the Canadian and Ontario governments use a different scale, reporting air quality as a risk level. And they both indicate that low risk and ideal general population for outdoor activities. And as you can see, actually, air quality varies depending on the reporting method and the source. For most of you, air pollution will actually not be an issue in your daily life. However, particulate pollution is not all about traffic. In the summer of 2021, the Environment Canada issued a warning for Ottawa residents, and this air quality advisory was actually a result of wildfires up in northwest Ontario, and smoke caused by air quality to drop and even decreased visibility during that time. And weather can affect air pollution. Levels are likely to be lower when there is a breeze or even rain or snow. So stagnant humid air can actually make it worse. Another particulate pollution culprit is one of the many that you're actually familiar with: pollen. And that leads us right into our next section. Let's talk about the allergies in Ottawa. Pollen isn't like other air pollution. Eliminating it isn't an option. All of our wonderful natural areas need it to survive. And pollen is produced by trees, grasses, and weeds, especially ragweed. And it's a powdery and can be a coarse or fine. And you can think of pollen like tiny little seeds that are carried off by the wind sometimes right up your nose. And those seeds that remain outside are vital to the reproduction of plants and actually trees. And there's no question that Ottawa has pollen. It tends to be the most abundant in the spring when trees are flowering, and in the fall when it's actually produced by weeds. And Ottawa's natural areas have a lot of grasses which produce pollen in the summer. And it's a 3-season extravaganza here, and you probably wipe off all the outdoor surfaces frequently as the pollen collects there. And for many, pollen is no big deal beyond some cleaning. For those with allergies though, it can cause runny noses, sneezing, and itchy, watery eyes. It can also make asthma and other respiratory illnesses worse. So how do you handle the allergy season when living in Ottawa? In the spring, when pollen counts are at the highest, your best chance for outdoor fun without a runny nose is after rain. A well-fitting mask also helps filter out irritating tree pollen. And despite the many grassy areas in Ottawa, pollen counts actually go down for a brief respite during the midsummer. And our grasses actually produce far less pollen than other trees. Autumn sees a little uptick as ragweed and its friends get going, but this season is shorter with less pollen than the spring. And most allergy sufferers actually have devised ways to avoid the worst of the pollen that causes them the most trouble. And whether it's the help from an allergist, or staying indoors when counts are high, or donning a mask, allergies don't stop Ottawans from enjoying the outdoor entertainment that we have in abundance here. And it's worth noting that winter is an excellent season for those with allergies. During Ottawa's cold winters, pollen counts are actually, very low or negligible, really. And skiing, sledding, or even skating or playing hockey and these winter festivals that we have are actually available all over the city, and you're not affected by those allergies. Unlike other cities, Ottawa embraces its winter, and symptoms-free outdoor fun can be hard to come by in most cities. So Ottawa actually offers all winter long for residents that live here. And the best way to deal with pollen is to know when it's at its highest. You can find daily pollen counts on many weather sites. Look for one that tells you what has created the pollen, as well as how much is in the local air. And the Weather Channel actually breaks it down into counts into 3 categories: tree pollen, grass pollen, and ragweed pollen. And Pollen City breaks it down by trees, grass, and bushes. And different trees make pollen at different times. So to know what types of trees are in the yard is very important. Maples and willows kick right in during March, while pines and birches don't rev up until about the June time frame. So how does Ottawa actually compare to other cities when it comes to air pollution and allergies? As you can tell from the different ways air quality is actually measured, comparisons can be actually pretty hard. But no matter how you slice it, Canada and Ottawa come out looking pretty good. The IQ Air rates countries based on World Health Organization guidelines, and they rated 131 countries in 2022. Chad came in at number 1 for the most air pollution, at nearly 90 times over the guidelines. And Canada doesn't even appear on the list until you get all the way down to number 111, with slightly cleaner air than actually Luxembourg. And the Canadian government shows only a handful of cities at moderate air quality risk, including Calgary, Edmonton, Montreal, Quebec, and Prince George. Ottawa is at the low risk. And comparing cities in Canada is like comparing apples to oranges when it comes to air pollution. Urban industrial areas are always going to have more pollution than most rural areas. Among Ontario cities, CTV News reports that Ottawa actually has less pollution than Montreal, but more than Toronto or Edmonton or Vancouver. As you can see, air quality measures actually depend on who is doing the measuring. And what everyone agrees on is that Canada, including Ottawa, has some of the best overall air quality in the world. Ottawa likely has more pollen and other natural allergens than other cities of its size across the world. Because Ottawa's unique large green spaces and lots of mature trees and plenty of natural areas, allergies are just a fact of life for Ottawans. And for most, it's a minor inconvenience made well worth it by the gorgeous scenery and plentiful outdoor recreation here in Ottawa. And if you're moving to Ottawa and you're concerned about the air quality, check local reports. You may want to choose a neighborhood away from main highways and other areas with dense populations and lots of traffic. Choosing a suburb or an outlying community can actually decrease your exposure to transportation pollution. And if you're looking at a risk of health issues from air pollution, check for industry or other sources of pollution before choosing your home in that area. Since some sources of pollution are natural, it's impossible to avoid them all. Home and car air filters or well-fitting masks can actually help decrease your exposure if you're near congested highways for long periods of time. Ottawa's air quality is actually generally excellent, but it's good to know that conditions on any given day, wildfires, pollen, and other factors may reduce the air quality in your area at times. So take care when it's warranted and enjoy Ottawa's great outdoors when the weather and the air are clean. Take advantage of low pollen counts in the winter at festivals and sledding hills. Enjoy public natural areas far from traffic and head to one of the hundreds of public parks located quiet neighborhoods throughout Ottawa. Because Ottawa and Ontario are proud of their clean air and work hard to make it better every year. And as clean energy use increases and industrial emissions decrease, we'll continue to enjoy the benefits with every breath we take. Are you concerned about air quality and allergens in your city? It's important to stay informed and make the right choices for your family's health. And we've got you covered with links in the video description that can actually help you with your research on these topics. And don't underestimate the effects of poor air quality and allergens in the family's health. Take the time to do your research and make informed decisions to protect your loved ones. And whether you're in Ottawa or another city across the world, you can be in the know with these helpful site links below. Stay informed and take control of your family's health. And living in Ottawa provides endless opportunities for outdoor activities with an abundance of public parks and natural areas at your disposal. However, one aspect that you should consider is allergies. And pollen from trees, grasses, and flowers can actually cause a range of symptoms from sneezing, runny nose to itchy eyes and throat irritation. Keeping this in mind, be sure to plan your outdoor activities during low pollen times of the day, and such as after a rain shower or even in the late afternoon. And don't forget to pack allergy medication just in case. So despite the allergies, Ottawa's dedication to providing green spaces for residents is truly one of the best parts of living here. And if you're thinking about relocating to Ottawa, feel free to reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even wrap it up in a bow and send it first class, because we got your back. We're moving to Ottawa or anywhere across Canada. And each and every week we're bringing brand new videos just like this one. So make sure to tap that subscribe button and click the bell so you're notified each and every time we do a brand new video. And until next time, take care.